we are doing the practice of the Bhagavad Gita, day 64. And today is the 10th shlok of the 18th adhyay, chapter 18, verse 10. Let me chant it. Na dveshtya kushalam karma kushalena nushajjate tyagi sattva samavishto medhavi chinna sanshaya. Bhagwan tells Arjun, he who has neither aversion for action leading to bondage, nor attachment to that which is conducive to blessedness, imbued with the quality of goodness, and has had all his doubts resolved, he is intelligent and a man of true renunciation. Here Bhagwan is summarizing to Arjun, who is a true renunciate? Who is a true sannyasi? Is it someone with orange clothes? Is it someone who wears malas? Is it someone who lives in an ashram? Is it someone who has run away from his home and living in a cave in a mountain? Who is a true renunciate, a true sannyasi? And there are 5 points here which point out to demonstrate to us who is a true sannyasi. First one, the one who has no aversion for action leading to bondage. Sometimes these words can be confusing, but this is the 18th chapter, and having gone through all the verses that Bhagwan has chanted to Arjun, it becomes easy to understand some of these very difficult sentences. A lazy person, someone who is lazy, who has superficially understood the law of karma, that if you do any action, you will get karma, then they will use this law as an excuse to not do actions which are unpleasant for him. Without a satsang, without having these, shlokas explained to you, to knowing the right meaning of no karta bhav, no bhokta bhav, 100% dedication to Bhagwan, it's impossible to understand these very technical terms of Vedanta. So here Bhagwan tells us that a true renunciate, a true sannyasi, will be one who has renounced not the action, not the responsibility for the action, but the ahankar of the action. So what is important to renounce is the ahankar, I did this, not the fact of saying that you did it, but the fact of having ahankar of the action. So how will you overcome this ahankar? Obviously, by attending satsang, by again and again hearing these same things, these same teachings of Bhagwan. Once is not enough, twice is also not enough. Sometimes 100 times if you hear the same thing, it's not enough. But then one fine day, the tube light lights up and you understand the meaning of no karta bhav, no bhokta bhav, this, that, glad acceptance, creating a gap, all those things. These are all technical terms of Vedanta. So attend the satsang, understand the law of karma and the technique of doing an action by which you do not incur karma. So that's the first lakshan of a renunciate. Second, one who has no attachment to that which is conducive to blessedness. What this means is that most people want to do actions that are pleasant for them to do. They not only want to do those actions, but by doing them again and again, those actions become habits. Then it becomes an addiction. And then it becomes an obsession. So when you keep doing things, the same thing again and again, this is how the journey of that action happens. If you get attached to it, you get a habit of it, you may make it into a addiction, and the addiction becomes an obsession. But the one who has learned the law of karma properly will not look for pleasure in the activity. He's not looking for priya. What he knows that he has to do is his duty, his kartavya karma. He has to fulfill his dharma by doing certain duties. And that is all that he will do without looking for any reward for it, without having any expectation of a fruit of that action. So who is a true sannyasi? A true renunciate is one who has renounced seeking pleasurable activities. He's not going to renounce activity. He's going to renounce seeking pleasurable activities. So sannyasi, if you want to be, what is the sadhana? The sadhana is do all your kartavya karma. Do all the duties that have been prescribed to you by the Vedas without trying to seek pleasure out of them, without trying to seek some reward out of them. Pleasure is also a reward. 3. One who is imbued with the quality of goodness. Goodness, you have to understand, means sattva. That is what the spiritual journey is all about. Self-purification, moving from tamas to rajas to sattva. This means that imbued means pervaded. Every part of you is sattvic, in thoughts, in words, in actions. Every part of you is sattvic. Even one part cannot be rajasic or tamasic. So a true renunciate is one who has renounced, given up, tyag kiya, fully rajas and tamas from his life. So that is what the sadhana is. Slowly, slowly, slowly recognize what is tamasic in your life, recognize what is rajasic in your life, and start replacing it with baby steps, gradually, shanai shanai, har din. Renounce those things and replace them with sattva. 4. Bhagavan says, a true renunciate is one who has all his doubts resolved. All his doubts are resolved. Sanatana Dharma encourages sadhaks, seekers, shishyas to ask questions and clear their doubts. And a guru is bound. It is his responsibility to answer those questions, okay, and clear the doubts. Because sanshay, doubt, some doubt which keeps on going gargad in the mind, that sanshay causes confusion. And when there is confusion, the mind becomes unsteady. Shall I do like this? Shall I do like that? But what about this? But what about that? This, that, it goes on and on. When the mind is so unsteady, it cannot be kept steady for contemplation on Bhagwan. Therefore, you cannot move forward. You cannot move forward in your spiritual journey, because the idea is to make the mind still, silent, sattvic. When the mind is continuously moving, obviously the mind is in rajasic mode. Therefore, a true renunciate is one who has renounced his doubts by clarifying it by the Guru, by having those doubts clarified by the Guru. Then when all the doubts are renounced, removed, absolutely eliminated, then that sannyasi can be peacefully in meditation. Not till then. Then what is the sadhana? Again, attend the satsang, ask the questions to a guru or to any qualified person who can answer them, and then keep moving forward. Don't go on creating new doubts. Okay. 5. Bhagwan says, one who is intelligent will be able to become a true renunciate. An intelligent person. Who is an intelligent person? An intelligent person is one who uses his intellect correctly. The one who uses his intellect correctly will be the one who is distinguishing between Sat and Asat. Once he knows what is Sat and what is Asat, then he will pursue Sat and he will renounce Asat, isn't it? So an act of intelligence is one that takes you towards Sat. So a true renunciate is one who has renounced pursuing Asat, pursuing Sansar and all its vishais of Sansar. That is an intelligent person. So sadhana is learn what is real, what is unreal, then renounce the unreal and follow the real. Sat. Renounce Asat, follow Sat. And do acts of intelligence that take you towards your goal, which should be Sat. These are the 5 lakshans that Bhagwan gave Arjun in chapter 18, shlok number 10, in the middle of the battlefield of Kurukshetra. More tomorrow.